Antonio starts right now.
This morning, a woman on the southwest side shot while spending time with her family. What police had to say about the shooter. And a dog attack on Halloween night led to one child in the hospital and that dog in animal control custody. We'll hear from the suspected owner of that dog right here on Good Morning San Antonio.
And let's take a look outside with live cam. We do have some more dampness early this morning, although I don't expect activity to be as widespread as it was yesterday. A warm day on deck for us in San Antonio, but a cool front on the horizon. Details coming up.
Good morning. It is 6 a.m. on this Sunday, November 3rd. Thank you so much for waking up with us. Sarah, I did have some sprinkles, like you said, on my drive over here.
Some people had some good rain yesterday, especially up in the hill country and out west. At the airport, we clocked in 0.04 of an inch of rain.
Look at the airport.
Yeah.
Doing its thing.
That's our official site, but hey, we've got a chance for at least a little bit more rain. This morning, some dampness out there. You'll notice it is not as widespread as it was yesterday. I went ahead and turned up the intensity here on the authority radar so that you can see where some of these clusters of very light rain showers are. Right through the medical center, Hollywood Park, the airport area, seeing a shower push from Helotes up north toward I-10. And then, of course, in the higher elevations of the hill country, we've got a few spotty showers out there as well. Look to the west, though. That's where we have even more activity. A few rumbles of thunder for Rock Springs early this morning. Rock Springs, you're getting some much needed rainfall here. These are very quick moving to the north and to the east, not as slow as yesterday. And yesterday we had very healthy rainfall totals. We'll be talking about that here in the next 15 minutes. But Brackettville, once again this morning, getting some rainfall, and there's a few showers south of Uvalde as well. As for our forecast this Sunday in San Antonio, some patchy drizzle and light rain through about 9 o'clock. Even by noon, we'll have a chance for an isolated shower, about 20%. But in the afternoon, I just do not expect any rain. It's going to be a high temperature today of 87, so definitely on the warm side. In fact, today's going to be the warmest day over the next several days. Look at that. We see a cool front move through. That'll set up highs at least briefly in the 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday. But what about additional rainfall with that front? I'll have that forecast for you coming up in just a bit. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, a woman is recovering in the hospital after being shot in her own backyard. So SAPD says this all happened around 1 this morning on Pine Valley Drive. That's just off Ray Ellison Boulevard on the city's southwest side. Officers say a family was hanging out in their backyard when someone in a car fired shots at the home and sped off. A woman in her 50s was hit in the stomach by a bullet. She was taken to the hospital, is expected to be okay. Right now, police are still looking for that shooter. Well, on the northeast side, what started as a night of fun trick-or-treating ended with a child in the hospital and a dog taken from a home and a brick through a person's car window. So this all happened Halloween night. A report by SAPD says a dog bit a child who was trick-or-treating. That child was taken to the hospital and is in good condition. The dog was taken from the home by ACS. KSAT's Zaria Oates was able to catch up with the owner of the dog, and this is what they had to say.
Would you be willing to share what happened from your perspective?
Not with you, ma'am. I'll share with the police when he gets here.
It's not good. That means we are not safe here.
It's terrible what happened.
So far, no charges have been filed, but that's not where the story ends. The info about the bite was first posted on Nextdoor. In the post, the author requested information about a home on a different street than the attack. Not long after the bite, a brick was thrown through the car window of the owners of the home named in the post. ACS won't say if they have any information on this investigation until tomorrow. Well, meanwhile, a family is grieving the loss of their loved one they believed was killed Friday night. So family and friends of Enrique Alvarado held a candlelight vigil for him Saturday night along West Loop 1604. Among those attending, members of the anti-bullying gang that Alvarado was a member of. We told you about the group back in May, and its mission is to help stop bullying and spread positivity. Members are known for their souped up vehicles like the red truck Alvarado drove. His family says despite the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office informing them that he died as a result of an accident. They believe he was killed. They say knowing the type of person he was, how he died does not make sense.
He's an amazing person, just the best kind of person you could imagine, man. Just, we love him.
Well, Alvarado leaves 3 children behind. And San Antonio now has its first Narcan vending machine, and it's free. The nasal spray medication is used to reverse an opioid overdose. The machine was unveiled at Rise Recovery's Charlie Naylor campus on the city's north side. The way it works is as simple as a pull and push, and the vending machine will drop a dose of Narcan, as fentanyl is a growing concern. Having free access to these medications is important.
Does that mean that you can run to a vending machine and go get one? No. It means you need to have it in your purse. It means when you see free Narcan, you need to pick it up and put it in your purse or in your pocket, wherever you're at.
So if you'd like to get your hands on the medication for free, the vending machine is located at 2803 Moss Rock at Rise Recovery Center. That's just outside of Loop 410 near Vance Jackson. Well, organizers with the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner already getting ready to serve more than 25,000 San Antonians a place to eat this year as the dinner celebrates 45 years. Our Devin Karp spoke with Raul's daughter and one volunteer who took a look back at its history and are working hard to make sure it stays around for the next 45 years.
I'm proud of being part of this for 30 years, and I kind of wish I was here from the first.
Since 1994, in rain or shine, Sean Allen has been volunteering, delivering, serving, and most of all, caring about the people eating dinner at the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner.
The welcomeness of the families, meeting the different people that you've seen but you didn't actually know, the smiles. Millions and millions of smiles.
Starting in 1979, the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner has fed thousands every year, something his daughter Patricia says would make him smile if he could see today.
He would be very proud of us as a family, but even more proud of the community for stepping up every year to ensure that nobody goes hungry.
It's one of the largest Thanksgiving meals in the country, and it's expecting to feed more than 25,000 people this year. However, it needs more than 4,000 volunteers to make it happen. Mayor Ron Nirenberg was joined by Patricia and partners from Walmart to announce volunteer registration is now open. Sean is looking for the next generation of volunteers to train, making sure that the dinner sticks around for the next 45 years and beyond.
I will tell anybody, just come and check it out for yourself. It's either going to grab a hold of you and not let go, or it's going to be something you enjoy for the day and go home with a happy face.
Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Can't believe it's already here. 6:08, 74 degrees. Go Spurs, go! San Antonio Spurs, well, we just keep rolling along, don't we? Still ahead, we'll have the highlights of last night's game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And she's a dedicated special ed teacher making waves at Langley Elementary and beyond. We'll introduce you to October's Educator of the Month. That's in just a bit. It's kind of a repeat of yesterday. That is not what live cam looks like. Or is it, Sarah? Is that what we look like? That's right. We fell back an hour, and now the sun's out at 6. Okay, is that it? Okay, not that's false. But we're going to have the true forecast coming up. Okay, so we determined that shot we showed you earlier of live cam.
That's not live.
The sun is coming out earlier, though, because of
the time change.
The time change. Okay.
Absolutely.
I was very thrown off.
So it's automatic on our phones.
Right. I completely forgot about the time change.
And then I go and I make my breakfast sandwich that I have every day. And the microwave,
yeah,
you got to spend time and you got to fix those clocks there. It's kind of just a reality of life.
So the sun will come up a little before 7, around 7? Because it was around 7:30, 7:45. It was getting later and later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will soon, but it's going to be damp out there. Let's go ahead and take a look outside with the authority radar. You can see we've got a few spotty showers out there right now moving through San Antonio. This is just some of the stuff we've been seeing the last few days, that light rainfall in places and even some drizzle in some areas as well. And we'll go ahead and put this in motion, and you can see a few of those passing through areas right at 1604 and I-10. So Chavano Park up to Leon Springs. Bernie got a decent amount of rain yesterday, seeing a little bit of light rain there near Bulverde too. Sometimes these light rain showers in the morning, as you get into the higher elevations, the higher elevation helps those rain showers develop. But really around San Antonio, we're really just dealing with some drizzle. Any of the substantial rain is still to the west of San Antonio. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the radar that's closer to the showers and storms that are falling up near Rock Springs and northern Edwards County, right over the ranch lands there. This is that healthy rain that's falling. A few flashes of lightning here as well. We can see the lightning counter. We've got about 200 lightning strikes within that system. So this is definitely an electrified storm. Also seeing some of this shower activity and lightning out near Brackettville. Brackettville also got some very good rainfall yesterday. We'll talk about those rainfall amounts in a bit. Uvalde seeing some of these showers. These showers that are here can move up north toward Hondo within the next couple of hours, but as we look at our forecast, rain chances are a lot less today. So yes, we do have some patchy drizzle this morning, but by noon, we're really only going to have a 20% chance for an isolated shower. And in the afternoon, I think it's just going to be partly cloudy and warm, 87 degrees for the high. So really today, the main story is the drizzle in the morning and the winds. Winds are going to pick up today, so be aware of that. If you still have your Halloween decorations outside, they might be blowing in the wind, all right? We'll have winds from the south gusting up to 30 miles per hour during the day, and then tonight gusting up to 35 miles per hour in the evening hours. It's going to be warm around San Antonio. In fact, in the upper 80s for New Braunfels, Pleasanton, low 90s, Carrizo Springs, and Laredo. But in the hill country, I think the clouds are going to stick around a little bit longer. So areas like Kerrville and Rock Springs struggling to get out of the 70s today. All right, let's talk about rainfall. At the airport, we only saw a few hundredths of an inch of rain and mainly some trace around San Antonio amounts. Really, the winners were out to the west over the last couple of days. Brackettville, 3 inches of rain. 4 to 5 inches of rain out near Concan, and then in the northwestern corner of Bexar County and into Bandera County and Medina County, as well as Kendall County, 1.5 to 3 inches of rain. Now this fell along the extreme drought that's going on around San Antonio, but we need more rain at the Alamo City. We do have a chance for a few storms Monday night. That's when the front is going to move through. That front is currently working its way across the Four Corners region. Severe weather possible across Oklahoma City and the Central Plains today, but that colder air going to be moving through Monday night into Tuesday, and that's why on Monday night we have our best chance for storms, about 40% chance on Monday night through San Antonio. We'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in the next half hour, but just know that again, that's our better chance for rain Monday night into Tuesday. Tomorrow we'll have some more patchy drizzle in the morning, but the storm chances Monday night into Tuesday. Temperatures only in the 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday. Morning lows even in the 50s on Wednesday. And Sarah, I put a second front on there.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it looks like Thursday night into Friday we could get another cool front. That could potentially set up a nice weekend. So we'll keep you posted on that too.
It's like second dessert.
Oh yeah, I love that. It is.
I love a good second dessert.
Well, listen, it's fall, second pumpkin pie.
There you go. Second slice of pumpkin pie.
There you go.
Thank you, Sarah. 6:16, 74 degrees. Hey, go Spurs, go! San Antonio Spurs on their second win in a row after dominating over the Minnesota Timberwolves last night. We'll have the latest from the game and the next challenges for Wemby and the team to come. And we're recognizing those educators that are making a difference in our children's lives. Coming up, we'll introduce you to October's Educator of the Month. Welcome back. Every month during the school year, KSAT recognizes educators in our community who really make a difference in a student's life. So Alyssa Fields is the Educator of the Month for this month of October. Alyssa is a special education teacher at Langley Elementary, and she works with little ones from 3 to 5 years old. Parents tell us that the love and care she puts into her work with the kids at school is something they say is carried over when the kids get home.
Congratulations!
Oh my
You're
goodness.
Educator of the Month!
Oh wow! Thank you so much! This is such a surprise!
Alyssa Fields tells us she has always loved working with children, but when she had the opportunity to work with her friend's sister who had autism, she said it inspired her to pursue special education.
I actually had a friend in high school, her sister had autism, and I absolutely loved working with her, and she really made me want to go into the line of work.
Ready, we're gonna go fishing. This is Alyssa's third year at Langley Elementary. She teaches early childhood special education in the self-contained setting. And for many of these young students, this is the first time for them to be at school.
It's an important part of them coming into schools being that first time. We're the first people that they ever see, some of them in school. Some of them have never been in daycare before. So it's building that trust with the kids too, knowing that we love them and that they're safe here at school also with us. So over here we have our sensory area and it has a pressure canoe, the trampoline, and a sensory swing. And we have also a ball pit.
Alyssa sets up her classroom and curriculum to help with the transition from home to school. And she also takes the time to focus on each child.
My students in here have a lot more needs than, a regular general education student. So being able to meet those needs, whether it's at home or at school, it means a lot to me. I love making a difference in somebody's home.
Alyssa also credits her two assistants, who she says help the students succeed.
It's so exciting to watch them flourish. Even if it's the smallest little gain that we get, it's a huge celebration. And so celebrating those little moments is what means the most to us in here.
That is just so awesome.
Very special person to do a job like that.
We love our teachers. I still remember so many of my teachers from elementary school.
Absolutely, doing God's work. Thank you so much. All right, it's 6:23, 74 degrees. We'll be right back. Go Spurs, go. This is the kind of news I like to see after they kind of had a losing streak, but now the Spurs are winners of their last 2 games after standing tall against the Minnesota Timberwolves for a home court victory last night. Mitch Johnson assumed coaching duties for head coach Greg Pop, who was out with an illness. Meanwhile, Keldon Johnson had 25 points off the bench. Chris Paul, 15 points, 13 assists. Jeremy Sohan added 19 points and 10 boards. And Wemby had 17 points and 6 boards. The Spurs take it 113-103. Next, San Antonio is at the Clippers on Monday at 9:30 p.m. for tip-off. I've been watching the Spurs every night when they play. I didn't watch them last night because I was at a wedding, but I was definitely keeping up the scores. And I love seeing the dynamic between Wemby and CP3, Chris Paul. It's definitely what the team needed.
I know, but it's going to be interesting to see if we can meld as a team throughout the rest of the year.
Still a very young team. I didn't like the losses that we had earlier in the season, but these two wins give me hope, Sarah.
And my Aggies lost yesterday.
I know, I saw that.
They lost.
Pretty shocked about that.
Well, they were in South Carolina, and that was a pretty loud environment.
Coming off the win against LSU, it was, all right, that's college football for you.
I got my Aggie tears.
All right, 627, 74 degrees. A reckless stunt on the East Bexar County Road leaves a teenager dead and another in handcuffs. We'll have the latest next. And is the coming election affecting your sleep? Coming up, we'll show you how to deal with electsomnia.
Now we're seeing some of the sunlight. First light of the day. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. It is 6:30 on your Sunday, November 3rd. I slept so well, Sarah, I forgot that we had a time change until you were like, oh, the time change. I was like, oh, wait, okay, I got some extra sleep.
You and I really do benefit from that extra hour because we don't have kids yet. They'll be here in a few months. But we got to sleep in a little bit extra. I kept on telling myself I usually wake up at 2:30, but it's actually 3:30 in my mind.
And today's going to be a repeat kind of yesterday, except we just have an extra hour of it.
And less rain, Sarah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I got a good downpour yesterday
We're starting off damp right now, but yesterday we had some showers last into the afternoon. I think the showers are going to kind of cut off in this forecast for us later on today, so keep that in mind. But we do have some of the light rain pushing through downtown San Antonio at the moment. Here's a look at some of that light rain also moving through I-10 kind of at the rim up toward Leon Springs. You're going to get a shower here in just a second. And then, of course, we've got some more spotty showers pushing south of Sabinal and north of Cotulla. These are all going to be moving into downtown San Antonio and San Antonio itself later today, with the heaviest of the storms falling right now near Bracketville and in northern Edwards County through Rock Springs. That's where we've got some of the storminess. This is heading up toward Junction and away from our viewing area, but a few spotty showers, some light rain early this morning, 20 to 30% chance. By noon, though, our rain chances really are going to be tapering off, and we're not going to have those pop-up downpours like we did yesterday in the afternoon. It'll be partly cloudy and warm. 87 for the high temperature in San Antonio. But looking at the next several days, it's actually going to be the warmest today and tomorrow because we do have a cool front on the horizon. That's going to allow for a few mornings in the 60s and 50s and afternoons in the 70s. But what about additional rain that we need so much? I'll have a look at rain chances on Monday night with that front, and we'll also talk about how yesterday's rain will probably be good for the Edwards Aquifer. Details coming up.
Sarah, thank you. A teenager is dead after he was thrown from an SUV that flipped Friday night on Zigmont Road in Atkins. That's just south of FM 1346 in East Bexar County. Bexar County Sheriff's deputies say the driver of the SUV, just 16 years old, was doing donuts with victim and 4 other teens inside the vehicle when it flipped. The 14-year-old victim was thrown from the SUV and later died. Deputies say the 4 other teens were injured but are expected to be okay. The driver was arrested and charged with manslaughter and injury to a child. The name of the teen who died has not been released. We've also learned a 40-year-old man in San Antonio police custody died yesterday morning, and now the department's internal affairs office is investigating. So according to SAPD, officers detained the man at an apartment complex on Bandera Road after they say he was pulling on front door handles at the complex. Police paperwork states that the officers believe the man may have been under the influence. That report says the man was taken to a city facility for treatment when he became unresponsive. According to the report, EMS was called to the facility where he was pronounced dead by first responders. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's office will determine the cause of his death. And while election days is just days away, candidates are spending time in key battleground states. This as over 73 million Americans have already cast their ballot. ABC's Chuck Steverson has the latest from the campaign trail.
With the election 2 days away, Vice President Harris and former President Trump are making their final pitches to voters. The election generating massive early voter turnout, with more than 73 million Americans already casting their ballots. On Saturday, both candidates visiting battleground North Carolina. Harris speaking to voters in Charlotte.
I am not looking to score political points. I am looking to make progress.
Former President Trump holding an afternoon rally in Gastonia before heading to Greensboro.
And we can't take a chance of losing the great state of North Carolina. We're not going to lose the great state of North Carolina.
Trump won North Carolina in 2020 by about 75,000 votes. Polls show this race is another dead heat. Today, the former president will be in Kinston, North Carolina, as well as Georgia and Pennsylvania. Vice President Harris will be in Michigan. Chuck Steverson, ABC News, New York.
So we are 2 days away from the 2024 presidential election. No matter who you're voting for, doctors say there are likely a lot of different emotions you might be feeling, which could impact the most important thing, your sleep. So there's a name for it. It's called alexomnia, or insomnia linked with election season. It could worsen symptoms in those who already struggle with insomnia. Some things that you could do to prioritize sleep would be limiting social media before you go to bed, and don't focus on the election what-ifs. Some other tips to practice healthy sleep habits include getting in regular exercise, avoid napping later in the day, and limiting alcohol before bed. And the Justice Department says It's sending election monitors to 86 counties in 27 states on Tuesday. This is to ensure the integrity of the general election. The announcement comes amid growing concerns of improper partisan influence and potential voter suppression at election sites. All 7 of the contested swing states are on the Justice Department's list, along with a mix of dominantly red and blue states. However, secretaries of state in Florida and Missouri say federal monitors will not be allowed to have access to voting locations in their states. And as rent and housing costs continue to soar, both presidential campaigns say they have the answer. Vice President Harris unveiled a multi-pronged plan to lower housing costs earlier this fall. It includes tax credits, a plan for building more housing units, and a plan to lower rent costs. Former President Donald Trump, he has tied plans to deport undocumented immigrants to housing since he has blamed them for driving up the cost of housing. Trump has also said he would ban undocumented immigrants from getting mortgages. The median cost for rent in San Antonio sits at about $1,695 a month. That's lower than the national median and $2,050 a month. Well, back here at home, a family is breathing a sigh of relief after their loved one was found. So Bexar County Sheriff's deputies say Sandra Alvarez has been located. Her family had been looking for her since Friday after she was last seen sitting on the staircase of her apartment building in Converse. So finding her became more pressing when the family found her apartment in disarray. So early yesterday evening, BCSO informed us that she has been found. 6:38, 74 degrees, still ahead on GMSA. Looking for help planning out your family's Thanksgiving dinner this year? KSA Live spoke with the experts on all things holiday planning. Don't stress, that's the biggest takeaway there. And Wurst Fest, taking over New Braunfels. Learn how you can experience a festival of German heritage without breaking the bank. Now the sun slowly starting to come up, but you really can't see it as much because we do have some showers in San Antonio and around our viewing area, and we have some clouds out there. Sarah Spivey says, yes, that's going to be the story this morning, but what does it mean for the afternoon? She'll let us know when we come back. Don't forget, Wurst Fest is back this year. The 10-day salute to sausage kicked off last week in New Braunfels. The festival highlights German culture with food, music, dance, and much more. Oh, also beer. You can go to Wurst Fest for free starting tomorrow, November 4th through Thursday the 7th. And after 3 p.m. on November 10th, head online to wurstfest.com for tickets and more info on all the fun to be had. Yeah, also beer.
It's also one of my favorite events. I love Wurst Fest.
You know, I've never been.
Oh my goodness.
I've been here for 8 years. I've never been.
Next year we should go.
Yeah.
It should be really fun. And by the way, today in New Braunfels, I really don't anticipate, other than some morning drizzle out there right now, anything in the way of rainfall.
Okay.
New Braunfels, certainly not any lightning, which was a little bit of a concern for some folks yesterday. I want to start, though, with a look at yesterday's rain. It says the last 3 days, but basically this all happened yesterday. And the Edwards Aquifer recharge zone. I've outlined the recharge zone here in this black color, and you can see that so much good rain fell along the recharge zone. Take a look at areas near Concan, 4 to 5 inches of rainfall in these areas out there right along that recharge zone. And then let's go ahead and take a little bit of a look closer to San Antonio. The Medina Lake area also seeing some decent rainfall, although Medina Lake itself not going to be rising at all from this. About 3 inches of rain there. You'll notice that around San Antonio, really, there wasn't a ton of rain around San Antonio yesterday. There was spotty rain in some places that got about a 1/4 inch of rain, but most of us only saw a trace to a few hundredths. Bernie, however, did get some decent rainfall. So it'll be interesting to see how the aquifer responds in the coming days. Outside right now, it's 74 in San Antonio, 74 in New Braunfels, and it's breezy already. Winds from the southeast at about 13 miles per hour. We've also got areas of light rain showers pushing through San Antonio. Now, these are very light, but there are some damp spots out there, mainly on the north side of town. We've also got one moving right through the Alamo Heights Airport area, a light rain shower also near China Grove and Calaveras Lake. But really the heavier of the rain is off to the west. We've got some thunderstorms out near Rock Springs at the moment and Bracketville. Here's where we've got some flashes of lightning just north of Rock Springs. This is all moving to the north. It's not going to be impacting San Antonio. In fact, the things that could impact San Antonio are a few showers near Sabinal and along 35 there. These are very spotty, so you can already see that rain is not nearly as widespread as it was yesterday. And when we look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, just some drizzle this morning, about 30% chance. As we head toward noon, an isolated shower, yes, is possible, but in the afternoon, I really do expect it to be fairly quiet and warm. 87 for the high. We're going to have very windy conditions today. Wind gusts up to about 30 miles per hour and warm weather too. 87 for the high in San Antonio, low 90s elsewhere, and then up in the hill country though, it will not be as warm because the clouds are going to stick around. 79 in Kerrville, 77 in Rock Springs. Here's a look at those wind gusts. This is later on this afternoon, wind gusts of 25 to 30 miles per hour. And then tonight, wind gusts of up to 35 miles per hour. So if you have those Halloween decorations still up, might be a good idea to put them away today. As we take a look at our other rain chances, by Monday night, we see them spike up to 40%. And the reason for that is there's a cool front on the horizon. Now, this cool front will be moving through Monday night, bringing with it some cooler air here from the north. So let's take you through the futurecast. A few severe storms possible for Oklahoma and North Texas today, but with the approach of that front tomorrow morning, just some drizzle, a lot like what we're seeing now. It really isn't until tomorrow night when that front moves through that we see a 40% chance for showers and storms, and then cooler air will be moving in. We'll be looking at high temperatures only in the 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday morning low of 55, and then combing through the latest forecast data, it does look like we could see another front this week, mainly on Friday, and that would set up a pretty nice weekend Saturday and Sunday. So October was dry, boring, hot, warm, and so far November has given us a little bit of variety to our forecast.
I will take that.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you, Sarah. 647, 74 degrees. All right, wanting to put on a delicious Thanksgiving but don't know where to start. Up next, we'll hear from some experts in holiday planning with tips on making your turkey the talk of the neighborhood. Okay, Halloween firmly in the rearview mirror and the countdown to Thanksgiving has begun. So if you're looking to add some vintage and modern pieces from around the globe to your Turkey Day tablescape, one local shop can help you out. SA Live's Jen Tobias Stresky takes us to Rancho Diaz at the Pearl.
Texas, Mexico, and around the world. That's the inspiration here at Rancho Diaz. The home decor store is located in the Pearl, and it's the perfect stop for foodie-inspired finds for any occasion. Owners Ginger Diaz and her husband Mario love to entertain. So let's talk Thanksgiving. Hello, Ginger.
Hi, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us. It's obviously here all about presentation, right?
Well, we love the holidays. Anytime an excuse to eat and get together and have some wine and hang out with your family and friends is good by us.
Yes, and for those who have not visited Rancho Diaz here at the Pearl, can you tell us a little bit about your place and the inspirations?
Yeah. My husband Mario and I opened Rancho Diaz 2 months ago in August, and we wanted to bring in my love of home decor and his love of cooking. And so we really loved that store that used to be here, Melissa Guerra, and all of the amazing items she would bring in from around the world. And that was part of our inspiration for the kitchen items. And then all the home decor is inspired by our travels.
Beautiful. I love the combination of the food and then the travel, and then look how beautiful it looks here.
Thank you.
We're talking entertaining for Thanksgiving. So how can we pull this off? Tell me about what you have here.
Well, and whether or not you have a large family or a small family, it's fun to set your table up and make it a special event. I know my family, we celebrate at different times of the year, and it makes it special to really put some time into your table. We have a beautiful table itself, so we like to use placemats instead of a tablecloth. And so these table mats are from Mexico. And then we have this reversible copper charger, which one side is shiny like you see here, and the other side is the weathered oxidized green side, which I love. And then we have these beautiful hand-painted plates from Guanajuato, Mexico, and we layer it with some non-traditional silverware in gold. And then you can use a wreath on the table with a stand, different than this, but like a little black metal stand. And then we have
actually put them on the table.
Yeah, put them on the table with a little stand and then have them back to back so that each side is pretty.
That's such a great idea.
And I also love using our candelabras, but for flowers. So you can put little roses or other seasonal floral in there and just put a little bit of water in the bottom.
Nice, that's a great idea too. And I notice the marigolds there that we can carry on.
This is one of our favorite items really all year, but they of course come in September, and we use them for Day of the Dead, and then we keep them up in our home through Thanksgiving for the pop of orange. And then in our home, we like to do non-traditional Christmas colors. So we actually this year are doing orange and green as our Christmas instead of red and green. Yes, and we like to have the mixture of texture, color, and pattern, and have things that we can use for multiple seasons. Who wants to buy something for one day of the year?
Yes.
So these placemats can also be used in the summer. They're very summery. This is another good example of a multi-use item. This I have on my desk for paper clips, but also can take it out for putting little snacks on a table. And then we also have these beautiful pepper grinders that are all wood, pepper, salt, and other spices. We even have a coffee grinder. And then this is one of my favorite things that we found from a maker in Mexico. It's a silver century plant, agave stem, and it's a napkin ring.
So mixing and matching here, there's so many different items, but you guys can help if someone comes in and they're wanting to maybe impress this time of the year. They're going to have people over, and you can help them to kind of mix
For
and match.
sure, it's our favorite thing.
Oh, and the candles.
These are from Oaxaca. They're hand poured beeswax, and then they're stained in different gradients. This is the natural beeswax. And I love, this is a really great fall coloring that can also transition into Christmas. We have this gorgeous Lazy Susan that is carved by hand and then relief painted, and it's just so beautiful. Blue and white, again, can be used in any time of the year.
Again, good for gift ideas here as well at Rancho Diaz. All right, well, thank you so much. Again, located here at the Pearl. Come shop, come meet Ginger. She will be here. You're here pretty often, right?
We're here every day. We're open every day.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ginger.
Thank you.
Remember, SA Live airs weekdays at 10 a.m. right after GMSA at 9. You can scan that QR code there for more arts, culture, food, and fun, and everything they're talking about on their show. It's 6:55, 74 degrees. We'll be right back.